I know it's not a sales pitch that most people are going to appreciate, but this guitar does new metal really well. Hello, this is Stuart of SBC Guitars, and this is my new Omicron One series spec. So I'm calling it the Omicron One spec rather than model because Omicron is the model, and really what I wanted to do is I wanted to start working on a starting spec for my guitars. So this is the Omicron One. I may do a Cygnus one, but this works really well as a one spec because it's a really nice playable guitar, and my whole point with the one spec is I wanted to do something that was essentially almost like a perfect studio guitar, a perfect touring guitar, a perfect guitar that you could almost have as a second guitar. So if you had a Omicron or a Cygnus absolute mad guitar and you wanted something you weren't so worried about ruining, but you still wanted it to be a very recordable guitar, this is your second guitar that you have from SBC Guitars. So that said, this would make an amazing first guitar. I'm so proud of this model, first of all, because everything that's gone into it, as far as I'm concerned, is the pinnacle of 7 years of me as a guitar designer and builder. First and foremost, I consider myself a guitar designer more so than a builder. I love building guitars, I love everything about building guitars, but I really love design. I come from a design and engineering background, and I just wanted to make something that worked fantastically well as an incredibly comfortable, long-playing studio guitar that sounds amazing. So, let me tell you a little bit about it first. The Omicron is my double-cut, semi-ergonomic shape. I love a semi-ergonomic guitar because I want a guitar that balances beautifully there, doesn't hurt your neck and shoulders, so it's moderately lightweight, which is part of the reason for going for a headless system. Part of the reason for going for a headless system is also just because I think they're amazing. I think they're really comfortable, I think they're very quick to change strings on, and I think that if more people played headless systems, they would change their minds about them very quickly. My headless has a bit more shape to it. I don't like it where it just truncates off, but the other advantage to it is this will actually hang on a guitar wall hanger if you are feeling brave, and it allows me space to put a flute in, which I always think on a handmade guitar is a lovely touch. It's very nice and comfortable. It's not really to stop your hand from flying off the end or anything. It's just a nice, comfortable. You've got a hill, why not have a flute? So the body on this particular one is ash, swamp ash. I won't be doing swamp ash on them going forwards, though I do have a limited stock of swamp ash at the moment. The reason why I won't be doing them is just because it's not really very ethical to use anymore. It's red listed, endangered, and also, to be honest, we have plenty of lightweight woods in Europe and the UK that sound just as good, and as far as I'm concerned, by the time you've got a guitar going through a dual rectifier and a handful of pedals, you probably can't hear whether or not it's swamp ash anymore. Sorry. It's a torrefied maple neck. It's a reinforced two-way truss rod. All of my necks now are reinforced generally as standard. It's stainless steel frets. This one is multiscale, 25.5 to 25 inch scale. I'm also doing it in for the same price as a 25.5 or 25 inch scale, though I suspect I know what people are going to order. It's a straight fret at the 12th, and then the most important bits, of course, the electrics. So this is CTS volume pot. It's a three-way switch. These switches are not cheap. They're a very good quality switch. They are a sealed RS Pro switch, and they're amazing. They're really good switches. They're very reliable. I still haven't had a single one fail on me yet in about 3 or 4 years of using them. Just the single volume at the moment, though I'm finding that me and for what a lot of my clients tend to use these sort of guitars for is ample. I am going to be doing a second model with a tone switch put into it as well, however. This one has, and they all have, my custom spec Sunbear custom barebuckers is their name they've got at the moment. So it's two Alnico 5 pickups. I believe they're semi-scatter wound and they're wound to 13 and 8K respectively. I didn't want anything over 14K really, because I've always found the pickups that I personally love sit between the sort of 13 to 15K output, and at that sort of output you can still get a lot of tone and versatility out of both positions. Even just with the volume pot you can get a huge amount of tonal versatility out of them. And the other reason why I really like this sort of setup is it's just such a reliable setup. There's so little to go wrong with it, and so for something that you're taking into a studio or taking on tour, I think this would be an amazing guitar for it. You can have it finished however you like. You can have it natural, stained, and then it all comes either oiled or spray shellac. I really like the spray shellac on the body and a natural oil on the neck. That's what I've got on this one. Anything else otherwise? I don't think so particularly. This guitar starts from one, it doesn't start from, the one spec is, because it's one, so it's one price, is 1895. If you order the one spec, there is no, can I have this, but can you make it this way slightly? There is about 3 options on it, and you get what I believe is an immensely playable instrument with the one spec. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to play anything because I am not the demo person. I have got a left-handed version currently with Gigs and Gear, Kieran at Gigs and Gear, and I will be speaking to most likely Charlie Newbury about doing some demo work for me with this going forwards. So once I've done that, I will update things as we go. At the moment I don't have an order system for these. I am going to set something up on Reverb as soon as I can, hopefully in the next few days, possibly now, who knows. And then, but that will just be the one spec that you can order, and then beyond that, I'm hoping that on my new website, another mountain I have to climb, I will have a builder so that you can start off building the one spec, choosing your options. There's your one price, or you can upgrade it from there and choose as you like. I am hoping I can do a Cygnus one spec as well. Cygnus one spec, if I do it, will most likely be over 2,000, because the Cygnus ideally has to be a set neck or a through neck, and I think it would have to be a set neck, which is not that much harder but a little bit more work generally, particularly if I'm going to carve the heel in as well, which I would. So yeah, a bit more work potentially to do a Cygnus one, and for my first one spec I really wanted to do a spec that was under 2,000, so here it is. And like I say, I am super proud of what I've achieved with this, and a massive thank you as well to everybody else who's had a hand in helping me with the design, and helping me get to a point of manufacturing these going forwards, particularly Stuart Sunbear, and Chris Gorham of CMG Guitars, who has also helped massively as well. Thanks very much. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're interested in ordering one, please send me a message directly. Bye.